What's the longest you should go without driving your car?
It all depends on how you're able to store the vehicle. If your vehicle is being stored outside, probably don't want to let it sit for more than a week, especially when you're in a climate that has 4 seasons. Because what can happen is you can get surface rust in your brakes, you can get weird noises from the vehicle sitting. But if you have access to a climate-controlled garage or facility that the vehicle could be stored with a tender for the battery to maintain battery voltage, it can almost be as indefinitely. There are certain issues that come with that, with the fluids that are in the vehicle, because the fluids, even though the vehicle isn't running, it's not being driven, that doesn't mean that the fluid is going to be okay indefinitely. Number one is maintaining your battery, and number two is verifying your fluids can still be used properly. Like with brake fluid, is very hygroscopic. That means it absorbs moisture, water. When it absorbs water and you're operating the vehicle, the brakes have the possibility of the fluid inside the system can boil, the brake fluid. When that happens, you don't have brakes. With storing a vehicle, whether it is outside or inside, but especially if you're able to store inside and you're near a power outlet, is to get a unit that's called a battery tender. And you can attach that to your battery and plug it into the wall, and that will maintain your battery voltage. Because a lot of vehicles today, the car actually never really shuts off. So especially if you have a key fob, where it's a remote with buttons on it, and there's no physical key that you put in the vehicle is always looking for that key and never really falls asleep. Now when I say fall asleep, I mean shut down. The vehicle will always be looking to see if there's a key fob present, and if it is, it's either unlocking the door for you automatically if you're close enough, or just waiting for a response for an input from you, whether it's to unlock a trunk or unlock the door, or to set the alarm if it has one. So a battery tender is definitely something that you'd want to hook up to the vehicle, especially if it's going to be sitting longer than like a week or two. So that way that battery voltage is maintained, and the vehicle will be happy that when you go out to it the next time, whether if it's 2 weeks away, it will unlock for you and it will start.